challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Alabama needs just a few inches here on third down. Trying to squeak through the pile. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Russell. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. First play of this drive. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, David.
Yeah, in 1901.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. They're going back to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Handoff again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Fresh set of downs going up top. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's Matthews. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. In these rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Rushes on. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. Snapped on fourth down. Converts on fourth down. He's still going. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Drops back on first down. Fires to the right. Got a man. It's Jackson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Bishop. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
And I know when we talk Josh Heupel offenses at Tennessee, we always talk about tempo and going fast and deep shots down the field. But, David, one thing we also know is that he is committed to running the football. And Bishop, after a phenomenal year, a year ago, running for over 1,000 yards, you know they're going to be balanced, and you know they're going to feature him.
They're going to feature him, they're going to run him a lot, and they're going to run him at a fast pace, right? That's what they've done, and they've been so good at it. And it's not just the early ground game that you got to worry about. It's the wear-out factor late. They usually commit to the run game. They committed to Bishop last year. He got over 1,000 yards and looking to improve upon that this year.
Under pressure, and it's a sack. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Oh, he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They're working that left side. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Again, it's Russell. The throw to the outside is complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Burrowing for yardage. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on third down.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Keelan Russell. Throws to the tight end. Caught. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field, make plays.
He's trying to get it in. They will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays.
Intercepted, number 19. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for once.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Defense playing a bail technique. Got it. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Stop is made almost immediately, giving 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Look out! He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Alabama! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Fresh setter downs going to the air. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. 2nd and long here. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run inside. It's Bishop. Got the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Moving out to the right. He'll get rid of it. Tosses it incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He makes the catch. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Got to make the play on 4th. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Russell. Got his man on the right. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Again, it's Russell. Quick completion on the out route. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Throwing Russell. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this 1st half as good as you possibly can.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He'll pull it down. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the number 16 team, the Washington Huskies. And it's the Boilermakers, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset.
He's brought down if the 16 would have been much better off to take the touchback.
And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 50.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in. And
touchdown, Volunteers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They come out for the first time in this second half, the lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Snags it quickly on the left. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew.
He's got it inside the 30. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Keelan Russell unloads to the wideout, and his throw is incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Hand it to the back. They've got him corralled.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Got his man. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fires into the end zone. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5. It's 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Bishop. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any...
Oh, and he can't get... Touchdown tie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. You don't see this all the time, but when you do, it is such a momentum swing to block, punt, scoop, and score for a touchdown. What a job by the special teams. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory.
Here we go. Booster.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the right. Caught by Smith.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He's changing the play. Looking for a crease. It's Bishop. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Volunteers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Right back to the well. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Rush right in his face. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Needs it here on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. This time he's got his man. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down. A run for the quarterback. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback changing the play. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown, Tennessee! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last possession, the interception, which did lead to a touchdown, might want to mix in a few more running plays with this big lead here. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Russell throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Off play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long.
95, 96 bridge. 95, 96 bridge. Down, ready. Sweep, sweep. Move, move. Freeze, freeze. Over, over. Flag, flag, spider over. Spider over. Go, go.
Snaps it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team. And now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Rolls right. He'll try to do it himself. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short.
22, 22. Ready, go.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Trying to establish the run. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They go play action with Russell. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field. They wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Left side is Davis. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. The Vols will hustle to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Wants to throw one first. And he gets rid of it.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Long way to go on second down. Making the adjustment. They'll go back to the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. Dangerous throw on that one.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Looking to throw again. Got his man. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Vols trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Out wide right, it's Matthews. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They want to dance their way in on third and goal. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. Down in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. From the gun, it's Riley. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Corner's going to give them room. Throwing Russell. Finds his man. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to pass, it's Russell. Going long. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. So Alabama once again takes the win in this smoking hot rivalry between the Vols and the Crimson Tide, and the party in Tuscaloosa will last well into the night. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Might as well I do them